Good morning and welcome to the final session on book flyers. I really hope that you've enjoyed this workshop and learned a lot about book flyers and how awesome they are and why it's a great addition to add to your curriculum and your classroom. Before we begin, let's review what we thought about book flyers. What were some positives and negatives on some of the ones that I showed earlier last week? First, I'm going to show you this one. This is If I Tell You the Truth by Jasmine Kaur. As you can see, the colors are beautiful and they pop. The only problem I do have with this is that it is somewhat of a larger quote. But I think it fell really good with the small blurb about the book. What are your thoughts on it? What would you do differently, or what would you keep? Alright, here's another one. This one I have a few issues with. First of all, it doesn't say the title or the author of the book. Honestly, I wouldn't have known what this book was if I hadn't read The Fault in Our Stars before. I do like the color of the background. I'm not 100% on the color of the font. And the pictures are okay, but they really don't bring anything to the book. I think having the cover of the book would have been a lot better. What are your thoughts on this flyer? How would you change it? So, book flyers, I think we've pretty much covered them. What are your favorite things about book flyers? I guarantee it's a great way to bring creativity and a little bit of fun, and of course my favorite word, pop of color, to the classroom. Your students are guaranteed to love making them and also love seeing them on display and see what their classmates are reading as well. I think this is a great thing to add to the back of your classroom that you can continually add to throughout the week or month. There's me and my little puppy. What do you think of book flyers? What are the positives and negatives that you associate with making book flyers? Can you see your students making them and enjoy making them? Talk amongst yourself. What do you think book flyers can add to your classroom? How can they make your job easier? Honestly, instead of you putting together a list of recommendations for your students on what books to read, have these up in the background and ask your students to go and take a look when they don't know what to read next. I know I'm adding this as a bulletin board in the back of the library, so you can always send them to me and I'll show them my own personal suggestions based on these book flyers. All right, the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's see the book flyers that you guys worked so hard on. I can't wait to see how you used the different applications that we talked about, or even new ones, to make fun and engaging book flyers. Wow, all of your book flyers looked amazing. I may take a few and hang them up in the back of the library to start off my own book flyer bulletin board. Do you guys have any questions about Canva or Google Slides? All right. Thank you so much for joining me for these 3 workshops. I hope you learned a new and exciting way to keep your students reading and engaging them in finding new books that they want to share with their classmates. If you have any questions about book flyers or the applications that we talked about in this workshop, please feel free to email me at dlargent@buffalo.edu. Thank you and have a great day.